Will the SEC drop more crypto cases this coming week following last week's big announcement around Coinbase and Opensea cases getting dropped? Could we see updates around Kraken, Uniswap, Robinhood, and even Ripple this week? I want to share some details with you. And we have big news around liquidity being unlocked from the Treasury. And I want to talk about the implications of this to crypto and the stock market and much more. Let's get into it. Hey everybody, welcome into the Thinking Crypto podcast, your home for cryptocurrency news and interviews. I'm your host, Tony Edward. On your way in, please hit that subscribe button as well as the thumbs up button and leave a comment below. If you're listening on a podcast platform such as Spotify or Apple, please leave a 5-star rating and review. Folks, we have big updates around the Treasury and liquidity injection that is coming. I've been telling you guys a bit about this over the past couple of months. I've been highlighting it in my newsletter as well. Thomas on the markets has been keeping a track on this, and the title of his summary here is not QE, QE is well underway. So essentially saying this is some sort of pseudo QE, quantitative easing, and we know the Fed is going to ultimately go back to that, right? All central banks have to go back to that. That is the fiat system. They raise the debt ceiling, they have to service the debt, so on and so forth. And of course, that impacts global liquidity. And as global liquidity rises, asset prices rise. You see the correlation in the charts. So he says here, a liquidity injection of up to $842 billion from the Treasury General Account, TGA, is ongoing. Things are heating up as the TGA balance starts to drop. Functionally, this is similar to quantitative easing, but temporary. Here is what is happening. The debt ceiling induced drawdown of the TGA began last week. The TGA balance has continued to fall since then. It decreased by $81 billion liquidity injection between Thursday, February 13th and Thursday, February 20th. He says, here's my estimated path for the TGA moving forward. So as you can see here from his chart, the decline, and this is going to bode well for the global liquidity and the market. So you can start to see an impact on the stock market and crypto. And of course, the timing aligns with what we've been talking about for months on months, guys. And that is March and April are usually very good for the stock market and crypto market seasonality wise. Then there's a little bit into May, and then sell in May go away. So it's funny how all of these things line up. And then in addition, you have the DXY. It is collapsing. So that's a very good sign for risk assets. So I think the macro backdrop here, guys, is lining up beautifully for this bull market to continue, and global liquidity is on the rise. So based on this information and data, I am very bullish, right? A lot of people are fearful. A lot of people are saying the top is in, this thing is over. It's not, based on the data now. And in yesterday's podcast, I did a full breakdown of the different data and charts. So I'm not going to do that again, but you guys can go look at yesterday's episode and listen to that if you want, where I break all that down. But guys, I am seeing some very bullish things here, and it's things we've seen historically in previous bull markets. And once again, there hasn't been any invalidation of this market. Bitcoin is boring. Bitcoin is annoying right now, faking to the upside and downside, but still consolidating in a zone. You can draw a big, nice rectangle around the zone. It is not crashing to the downside. It's not pumping to the upside, right? So we got to be patient here, guys. And I think, as I've been saying, as we get closer to the end of February and into March, we're going to start to see a reversal soon to the upside. And the macro backdrop matches up with this, in addition to the most pro-crypto government that we have in place and all the great things that are happening. And speaking of the great things that are happening, guys, obviously last week, big news that the SEC is dropping the case against Coinbase. But remember, just about a week ago, they said they were going to pause the case with Binance. So as we can see here, a complete change of the SEC, a 180 from what Gary Gensler was doing. So we got the pause in the Binance case. We got the Coinbase case getting wrapped up, right? That was announced by Coinbase. Then the SEC dropped their case against OpenSea, the NFT platform. Well, the SEC still has cases against Kraken Exchange, Uniswap, which they sent a Wells notice to, Robinhood, which they sent a Wells notice to. So could we see these get dropped this week? I think so. And I think they can't wait to drop these cases, because then it will seem like favoritism towards Coinbase. You drop the Coinbase case, but you don't drop the Wells notices, which are very easy to drop against these other exchanges like Uniswap, Robinhood, and Kraken. So I expect this week, guys, honestly, that we see these cases drop, and that's very good because remember, specifically with Kraken, many altcoins were named, Solana, Cardano, and so forth, which Gary Gensler was trying to call as securities. So, guys, things are moving in the right direction here, and I know the Bybit hack really put a damper on the big news with Coinbase and OpenSea on Friday, but it is what it is. We'll move forward from it, but I think if we get more good news out of the SEC that they're dropping these cases, that would be really good. Now, I know the big case that a lot of people want to see wrapped up is the Ripple case, but we got to be patient there. I like what attorney Jeremy Hogan said. His analogy is spot on. He said the SEC broke up with Coinbase after a couple dates. Ripple and the SEC live together and have a baby. So, so it's much more complicated. But, could they do something where they pause things for, certain aspects, like don't file any type of appeal or anything? Sure. We could see that the SEC come out and say, hey, we're not planning to do any type of appeal or do this or that or whatever it may be. And that will be a very good sign. It will be a signal that, look, they're going to eventually wrap this up, but it's going to take some time. So let's see this week, guys. We could see some very positive news, even if it's just as simple as a signal as to, they want to wrap up this stuff with Ripple. That will be very good and positive for the market. Remember, markets are forward looking, so they just need to know that, oh, this is the direction the SEC is going. We know what to anticipate when it, or what's going to come. So guys, keep your eyes out and ears open to what the SEC may do this week. And once again, if they don't make a move soon with Kraken and Uniswap and Robinhood, they will be showing favoritism to Coinbase. So I have a strong feeling that they're going to come out this week and drop a lot of stuff. So I'm really excited about this, guys, and I'm hoping the SEC does the right thing here and gets it done. I trust in Hester Peirce and the crypto task force and Mark Hewitt as well. Of course, the new incoming chair, Paul Atkins, is not in office yet, so they may hold off on certain things to get wrapped up, like, for example, maybe the Ripple and Binance case, which is further along, for Paul Atkins to come in to completely wrap those up. And remember, the Binance case, they just paused it. So it's not like completely wrapped up. It's not like what they did with Coinbase and OpenSea, just dropping the case, saying that's it, it's done, right? So even a pause in some of these cases is a very good signal for the markets and for everybody involved. And remember, the SEC, they are scaling back their crypto enforcement unit. We had gotten reports earlier in February that some in a special unit of 50 lawyers and staff had been dedicated to bringing enforcement actions are now being reassigned. And this was according to a New York Times article. So things are moving in the right direction. As I said at the beginning, we got to be patient. Be patient with the market, be patient with the charts, be patient with the SEC and all these things. Things are moving ahead. People get very impatient, but things don't happen on our own pace, and government does move slow, and market cycles have to play out. So, guys, I am bullish on the macro. Things are headed in the right direction, and no invalidation of this bull market. And all these news items, all these cases getting dropped, all these things will eventually be priced in and lead to higher prices and remove the dark clouds of ambiguity and uncertainty around what's a security and what's not. So all of this bodes well. Guys, quick word from our sponsor, and that is Uphold. Uphold is a great crypto platform. I've been using them for years, since 2018. They have 300 plus cryptocurrencies, Bitcoin, and all the top altcoins. They are very easy to use. They have top of the line security. They don't commingle or lend out your crypto funds. They are 100% reserved, and they have a transparency report that you can review. They also have a great rewards program that is amazing, guys. You can earn up to 5.25% on stable coins. This reward program also allows you to get 24-hour early access to new tokens and exclusive crypto insights. To participate, you just simply have to open the app once per month, deposit $50 once per month, and trade $50 once per month. And the stable coins you can get this great yield on include USDC, RLUSD, and PYUSD. You get up to 5%. And USBC, you get 5.25%. So this is a great rewards program, and they're not doing anything fishy or shady. I interviewed the CEO. We talked about where this yield is coming from. So no nonsense here. It is legit, and they're doing it the right way. So if you'd like to learn more about Uphold, check out the link in the description. Okay, guys, we got news that Michael Saylor's strategy, it used to be called MicroStrategy, now it's just strategy. They're hinting at resuming Bitcoin buying. So Michael Saylor is going nuts, man. But that's a good sign that if he's buying, he's anticipating that higher prices are coming. We're seeing this from many different institutional investors. So that's a good sign, right? It's not the only signal we want to follow. We want to look at the charts, the on-chain data, and much more. But this is one of the factors. What are the big institutional investors, the whales, doing? So the company completed its latest purchase on February 10th, acquiring 7,633 Bitcoin, valued at over $742 million at the time. This brought Strategy's total holdings to 478,740 Bitcoin. That is incredible. According to data from Saylor Tracker, Strategy's Bitcoin stash is worth over $46 billion at the time of writing, and the company is currently up 47.7% on its investment. Saylor previously disclosed that the company sought to ramp up its use of intelligent leverage during Q1 2025 to finance more Bitcoin purchases and create more value for Strategy common shareholders as it continues to be the largest corporate holder of Bitcoin. Guys, I have no problem with Saylor or MicroStrategy buying Bitcoin. The problem is I'm worried about the amount of leverage they're using. I hope it works out. I know I've been saying this a lot, and some of you probably like, why do you keep repeating this? And I'm just like, I've seen what leverage, insane leverage can do. We go back into history, right? You got to learn from history so you don't repeat the same mistakes. Too much leverage is not good because you never know what could happen. And we know we live in a boom and bust cycle, and things can come and change the way the economic environment is, and it could be really bad. So hopefully nothing bad happens. But the amount of leverage worries me. But Saylor looks like he wants to keep buying. And that's a good sign that, him and the other big institutional investors are expecting higher prices. Now, this news made me laugh. Sam Bankman-Fried always played both sides of the aisle despite new Republican plea. So Bankman-Fried is begging President Trump for a pardon. Bro, why the hell would anyone pardon you? I mean, come on, man. I guess it doesn't hurt in trying, right? He's got nothing to lose at this point. Oh, please, President Trump, pardon me. I guess he saw, President Trump pardon Ross Ulbricht of Silk Road, but it's a completely different situation. Bankman-Fried stole a whole lot of money and screwed a lot of people. And he largely donated to the Democrats, but he also donated to Republicans as well. And we know he was in DC trying to, lobby as much as possible while he was doing all the shady nonsense in the Bahamas, has his dumb girlfriend and clown friends running the exchange and losing money. People who had no clue on what they were doing. They were not in the business of exchanges or trading or much more. They were hemorrhaging funds, and then they had to eventually go steal the customer funds to make up for it. But you guys know the story, but it's funny that he's he's trying to get a pardon here. Like, no, bro, you're gonna stay in prison and pay for your crimes. There will be no pardons here. But it's funny that he's trying to do this. Guys, that's the news. Let me know what you think. Hoping that, we start to see the market bounce soon. I think we will as we wrap up February. And hopefully, the latter half of next week, Bitcoin starts to move up, show some strength, and then has a strong weekly close next Sunday. And we head into March, with some momentum. That is what I'm hoping. Doesn't mean that it will happen. There's no guarantees here. I don't have a crystal ball, but once again, no invalidation of the bull market based on the data we have. And I'm hoping we get some good news from the SEC that they drop more cases. So let me know what you guys think. Leave your thoughts and comments below. Guys, a great way you can support me is by subscribing to my free email newsletter. It's 100% free on Substack. Link will be in the description. Check out my book on Amazon. It's available in paperback and digital. You can grab a copy. And if you want to expand your crypto knowledge, check out my new course at mycryptocourse.com. This is a comprehensive course that covers every aspect of crypto from A to Z. Best of all, guys, this course features expert commentary. No other crypto course out there offers this. You will hear from founders, CEOs, and institutional investors breaking down the different aspects of crypto. And it covers everything, as I mentioned. And you pay a one-time fee, you get lifetime access, and you can share this access with your friends and family, go at your own pace, and you can view the curriculum on the site and take a look and see everything that's included. It's packed with value, videos, full text write-ups, downloadable materials, and much more. So if you'd like to learn more, go to mycryptocourse.com. Guys, thank you for watching and listening. I appreciate you all, and I'll talk to you all later.